This 108-year-old woman bathed in fresh milk for 36 hours every day, to keep her skin smooth like a young girl's. In a kingdom ravaged by famine, such extravagance was especially offensive. After bathing, she ordered the milk to be poured into the slums, watching the hungry people scramble to lick it up, never telling them it was her bathwater. Even more terrifying, every full moon, she would capture young and beautiful girls, and drain their youth bit by bit. The girls aged rapidly, while she became 20 years younger. Her origins were mysterious. After a storm, King Caesar discovered her, and was bewitched by her stunning beauty, insisting on marrying her as queen. On the wedding night, she mounted the king, pulled out a dagger, and stabbed it into his heart. She then opened the city gates, letting in the dark army that had long been waiting in ambush, slaughtering all who opposed her. The next morning, she declared herself the new queen, and began a reign of darkness. The queen mastered ancient dark magic, and possessed a mirror made of pure gold. Every morning, she would ask, "Mirror, who is the most beautiful woman in the world?" For years, the mirror always answered she was the most beautiful, until one day, the mirror said Snow White's beauty had surpassed hers. Snow White was the daughter of the slain king, born with skin white as snow, lips red as blood, and hair black as ebony. The queen locked her in the dungeon for 10 years, yet she still retained her innocence and beauty. The mirror told the queen that to remain forever young, she must eat Snow White's heart. The queen sent her brother to complete the task, but when he saw Snow White's breathtaking beauty, he was filled with lust. Snow White seized the chance, stabbed his face with an iron nail from the wall, escaped the dungeon, jumped into the castle's sewer, and finally fled into the legendary dark forest. The queen, furious, sought out the forest hunter Hammer brother, promising to resurrect his dead wife. The hunter soon found Snow White, but when he saw the purity in her eyes, his sense of justice was awakened, and he decided to protect the innocent princess. They encountered a terrifying monster, and the hunter fought bravely but was struck down. Snow White bravely stood forward, and the monster was so stunned by her beauty that it shyly retreated. Soon after, they were captured by 7 dwarfs, but the dwarfs were captivated by Snow White's beauty, not only releasing them, but also leading them to a hidden paradise deep in the forest. There, Snow White met the forest guardian, the white stag. The white stag bowed to her, which meant she was the destined savior. At that moment, a poison arrow struck the white stag, and it dissolved into moths, fading into the forest. The queen's army found them, and the dwarfs fought bravely, driving back the pursuers. The queen felt her power weakening, and her beauty rapidly fading. She disguised herself as a prince, and gave Snow White a poison apple. After taking a bite, Snow White fell into a deep sleep. Just as the queen was about to take her heart, the hunter arrived with reinforcements. The queen was forced to retreat back to the castle. The hunter gazed at Snow White's beautiful face, and couldn't help but kiss her. True love's kiss broke the curse. Snow White awoke, determined to take revenge, leading the oppressed people to form a resistance army, to launch an attack on the queen's castle. The 7 dwarfs slipped in through the sewers, and opened the castle gates. The rebels surged inside, and Snow White charged straight into the castle's highest tower. Facing the queen's dark magic, she seized the moment, and drove a dagger into the queen's heart. All dark magic instantly vanished, and the queen rapidly aged. The reign of darkness finally ended, and Snow White became the new queen, leading the kingdom into the light.